about buying your first home here in Parrish, you've probably already heard about all the new developments coming, the new schools popping up, and that we're pretty close to some of the best beaches in the world like Siesta Key, Anna Maria Island, and St. Pete Beach. Sounds pretty perfect, right? But then one of your friends starts to talk to you about hurricanes, and then the whole dream starts to feel a little bit shaky. You might ask yourself, do I need to worry about evacuating? What's going to happen with insurance? Am I going to get crushed on the premiums? These are totally normal questions that we hear all the time. And that's what we're going to talk about. What every first-time Florida homebuyer should know about hurricanes if you're looking in the Parrish area. Before we get into everything, just want to mention we do have a website, www.homesforsaleparish.florida.com. I've written so many blog posts. We have all our videos there and all the homes for sale in Parrish right on that site. So if you have some time, go check it out. It's got a ton of information. Now let's get into what you actually came here for. The truth about hurricanes here in Parrish, Florida. Are there hurricanes here in Parrish, Florida? Yes, absolutely. That's no secret. But what does that mean if you're going to buy a home here? In 2024, Parrish went through two big storms, Hurricane Debbie and Hurricane Milton. Now, Debbie wasn't a really strong hurricane. It came in as a Category 1, more towards the Tampa Bay area, but it dropped a lot, an unbelievable amount of rain. And some spots in Parrish definitely flooded. Most of the flooding was around the rivers and the creeks. For example, like Gamble Creek, which hit over 21 feet. The newer subdivisions are actually built on higher land, so a lot of them did not flood. So the lower lying homes near the rivers, like I said, definitely were the ones to see the worst of it. A couple months later, we had Hurricane Milton, and that came in as a Category 3. With Hurricane Milton, we had to deal with a lot of strong winds. And what we saw basically is trees getting knocked down, fences, lanai screens getting ripped out, and shingles coming off the roof. So that was pretty much the extent of the damage here in Parrish for Hurricane Milton. It wasn't total devastation. And if you talk to Parrish, long-term Parrish people that have lived here for a while, nobody really leaves and evacuates the Parrish area because we are more inland. But we do, take a hurricane, preparation seriously. We get our water, we stock up on batteries, and we do the things to feel prepared. All right, so let's talk about flood zones here in Parrish, Florida. So FEMA divides flood zones into three categories. You have your AE, your VE, and your X zones. Zone AE, now this is considered a high-risk flood zone, and if your home that you're going to buy falls into this area, then the mortgage lender is going to require you to get flood insurance. AE zones are typically more towards the rivers or the lakes or the low-lying areas in Parrish. And you're going to find those, like I said, again, just mostly by the creeks and the rivers. Then you have VE zones, and we like to say it's very expensive area because this is the highest risk zone for flood, and that's usually more towards the coastal areas where they can get direct impact by storm surge, right near the ocean. But the good news is that we are inland, so we're not going to see a lot of VE zones here in Parrish. Last, we have X zones, and X zones are considered the least amount of risk. And if your home falls into an X zone, you're not going to be required to get flood insurance. A lot of homeowners here in Parrish still do because the premium is relatively low and it kind of gives them a peace of mind. And remember, a lot of the newer subdivisions have been built up. So a lot of the properties here in Parrish are mostly in an X zone. So before you buy a house here in Parrish, it's always good to check the flood zone. And Manatee County has made it super easy. They have a resident information website or tool that you can go to. You just type in your address and you can see what flood zone that house is So definitely a good idea to figure that information out before you go and put an offer in on the house. And while you're looking into flood zones, you might as well start thinking about insurance as well. You've probably heard that the Florida insurance premiums have skyrocketed over the years, and yeah, that is true. Definitely in the coastal areas or older homes that still have like original roofs. But here in Parrish, you're kind of in a better spot than many other parts of the state because we're more inland and we're not right on the coast. And rates are generally more reasonable compared to like Sarasota or Anna Maria Island or like Holmes Beach. Plus, we got a lot of new construction here, and that's going to mean stronger roofs and up-to-date building codes, which can all help lower the premiums. So the bottom line is, if you're going to move to Parrish, you're going to have to deal with hurricanes. But just remember, there's a lot of things you can do to protect yourself. Remember to research the home, check on the roof and the windows, and definitely check your flood zone and get all the insurance things squared away. And remember, if a hurricane comes, just get prepared and kind of do it early because you're going to learn quick that the shelves do run dry pretty fast. And if you guys are thinking about moving to here in Parrish, give us a call. It's Amy and Tom with Keys to the Coast Real Estate. Thanks for watching our video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.